Oh, is anyone here with me? I don't know why I think everything's so funny. Is anyone here with me? I don't know. 22 seconds in, and I only see six people. Oh, yeah, here we're live. Oh, look, I just popped up live. Oh, look how cute I look in my stylish glasses, missing a few rhinestones. Oh, when someone says, why are your glasses missing stones? I say I don't spend money on my sunglasses. I spend money on my diamonds. Yeah, I don't go for fake and phony. I go for real deal. Holyfield. I do. I don't know who's here. It looks like Jess K, Dat Boy Waffle Hopper, Elise, I think. There's Tess. There's Ivy. There's Lynn. There's Joshy. There's Vixen. Wow, 22 people already. Wow, some people from earlier. Hey, if you missed the live earlier, you missed an epic one. It was great. Tess, thank you for the photographs of us. I showed those the other day. Tess, did you see that I showed our picture together? I don't know if Tess, did you see? You got to stay tuned. When we talk about Shriner of New York rhinestone jewelry, this collar is worth between $3,000 and $4,000. I said it. I'll say it again. It's worth between 3 and 4,000. You know the jewelry experts out there that scream and go crazy and they have a gummy smile and they're fake and phony. Don't fall for what they say. This is definitely Shriner of New York, and this is Saffret glass. And I'm super excited about this collar. That's Shriner of New York. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's not signed, but you just have to be smart in resale. Jody's Jewels, I put this quilt up for you. Jody, you know what this technically is? Put it in the chat what this is called. Jody, these pieces are 3/4 of an inch. Jody's Jewels, what is this quilt called? Girlfriend knows. She knows. She's gonna go right for it. I know she's got this. Jody, I'm gonna take you on Jeopardy when I have the quilt episode. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. Hi, Johnny. Oh, Johnny and Nathan is here. Brian got in trouble already. I wanted to ask Thelma is I could curl up at the feet at her feet and sleep in that room. You could have asked her that, but didn't want to make a bad first impression. Brian, you could have kicked the door down. Hell, Brian, if Thelma's going to be friends with me and align herself with a liability like myself, did I just call myself a liability? At least I know what I am. Yeah, two lives in one day. But anyways, but you can do whatever you want within reason at Thelma's. She's really reasonable. Hell, if Thelma's still going to be my friend after all that has been said about me, from jealous people, I love her. I absolutely love Thelma Thrift. And I'll be honest with you, I have no idea how I have more subscribers than Thelma has. Thelma should have many more subscribers than I have. And I love all of you, but I truly mean that. Thelma has been the OG of YouTube jewelry world for a long time. Thelma's the only one that I would watch. There had been other ones that really were difficult to watch. And sometimes I know I'm difficult to watch. I'm well aware of that. I don't need to be reminded of it. If you don't want to watch, you can turn the channel. So, oh, you like the glasses? Yeah, but they're missing some rhinestones because I wore them when I was intoxicated and I sat on them. It's a long story, you don't need to know. But I was, I had a few too many, which was like 17 too many. And I thought I was, whatever, and I sat on them. Yes, Jody's Jewels, you got it. Postage stamp, totally. 3/4 of an inch, and look at this field of color. And it's very large. I think there's over 3,000 pieces of individually cut, and Ivy Ribbon said it before you. Thank you, Ivy. Hi, Chris Apuerto. Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for being here. Hi, Jay, DA. Hi, Jody's Jules. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for... Lynn, you did an awesome job at Thelma's. Lynn Curdy, I think it is. I don't know if it's Curdy, Lynn Curdy. You did an amazing job modding for Thelma. And I'm so sorry, Lynn, that I disrupted the chat with the raid. But you did an amazing, amazing, amazing job in the chat. Can everyone please give Lynn some hearts in the chat for I know how difficult it is to moderate. You did an amazing job, Lynn. You did a phenomenal job. And thank you for allowing me to raid Thelma's because I didn't kind of fair warn her that we were going to do it. And I want people to be aware of Thelma. And the reason for that is, like I said, I never in a million years would have expected that I got more subscribers than Thelma. I think that there's something wrong with that. I've worked very hard on my channel, and I'm not taking anything away from myself. But thank you for giving Lynn some love. Hi, Average Amy, even though you're 10 times above average. Average Amy in the house. Hi, Lynn. Welcome in, Lynn. Hi, Luana. Joshy boy, I love you. Joshy, are you? Hi, Lisa Love Wins. Hi, sweetheart. I love you. I truly, truly love you. Hi, Ramel. Lisa Loves Wins has been with me through thick and thin. I don't know how she's done it either. Because I've been a bitch sometimes, you know? I think we all have our bad moments and our weak moments of things we shouldn't say. So thank you for being here. I think Melissa something is here with some hearts with little crosses. I like that. That's very pretty. Thank you so much. Hi, Amelia something. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I think you're new in these parts. Thank you for taking a chance on me. Hi, Susan. Oh, thank you. I've done it because you're wonderful. That's it, period. Are you kidding me? That is Rad is here. I'm starstruck. What the hell? That is Rad just kicked the door down. She's epic. That is Rad calls shit out, and I love her. That is Rad. I started talking about, I don't call it whatnot, I call it whatever. I call it actually whatever. Hold on, I gotta take my glasses off so Vad can see my face, so she can see my eyes. Can everyone welcome Vad is Rad into the chat? Thank you for making time for me. I know you're a busy mama of, like, a whole litter of kids. Question is, are your sunglasses unsigned Haskell? I can't stand you, Chachi boy. Yeah, the upsell is real. These are unsigned Haskell. No, they're not. Keep your pants on. So, unsigned Shriner necklace, and we'll talk about this being worth many thousands of dollars. Not but because I own it, but because it's true. Thank you for saying hi to Vad, everybody. She's got a great channel. She has a way about her. Some people may not like her, but I really like her. I've watched her for a long time, and Vad, I'm glad you're here because my chat, when you did the Eclectory Tortoise Rescue, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a big animal advocate, like major, and you tugged at my heartstrings. And what someone else wasn't able to do, you righted the ship. You steered that ship right back on track, and you got the Eclectory Tortoise Rescue some amazing money. And I did a live, and I had them donate direct to the Eclectory, so it didn't go through anybody else. It went right to the Eclectory, and I used your link. And a lot of my people did, they did donate. So thank you for calling shit out, but also for positive light, because it takes courage to do what you do. And I respect it, but it also, you doing something positive made me very, very happy. So that is Rad. Thank you so much. I'm starstruck. I didn't know you would ever come to one of my lives. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for loving her, guys. Even if you don't agree with some of the things she says, it's her channel, it's her voice. And there's a current one that she's covered, I won't say, but there's a current one that she's covered that I'm glad she's covering. So I'm super glad, and I'm very proud of her. So thank you, Vad, for being here. My mom will love that. My mom will absolutely love that you were here. Mama Mary isn't here tonight. Jody's Jules, you would love That is Rad, you know? For everyone that doesn't like me, I know why you don't like me, and you won't like Vad for the same reason. So, but it's true. And she sells, she has, I believe, a district, I think is where she sells. You will love her. Yeah, you'll love her. Sassy, beyond sassy, and she calls shit out. All right, Haskell worth a ton of money. And then this one is from 1750 to 1770. That's what I said. 1750 to 1770. These go for around $2,000 to $3,000 now. Someone said it's a court necklace. I won't agree and I won't disagree. As a jewelry historian and been at this thing called resale for 30 years, I don't feel like I have to fight every term that's used. But this is definitely Georgian. These are emerald and ruby and garnet, fully articulated, and look how many pendants there are. The bow, and then the medallion. Hi, Joshy boy, thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Denise, welcome in. And these are all closed back set stones, and you can see where the ribbon went through the top. This chain was added later. But look at that for a Georgian and pre-Georgian piece. Look at how it's bolted together. See the little screws and the little bolts? It's both silver and gold. So it's supposed to be. Thank you, Ivy. That's a big compliment coming from someone that's been in the business longer than me. So, Ivy, thank you for loving it. And it really is a special piece. The quilt behind me is in honor of Jody's Jewels. There's over 3 or 4,000 pieces of tiny little fabric. It is considered a postage stamp quilt. It really is. And for anyone that wanted to see my diamond ring, that's one of my children. I don't have kids, and it was probably a blessing to them that I didn't, because I'm selfish. But those are diamonds in 18 karat gold, and I think it's like 8 carats. I think I gave myself more credit than was due. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate you. Some of the stones that I just bought, these were advertised as genuine. So follow me here. These were advertised as genuine. And I'm going to ask you all in the chat, do you think any of these 6, there are 6 of them. 1, 2, are you ready? 3, 4. So hold on, 3, 4. There's these 2. Now these are unset cut stones. And 5, 6. Are any of these real? And these were listed as certified. They were listed as zircon. And this one was listed as 76 karat. Hold on, I can't even get through it without laughing. 76 karat neon purple. Hold on, wait, it gets better. Neon purple zircon from Cambodia. I can't even with some of these fakes that are out there. All right, so there's 6 stones. Are any of these real? I just ruined the whole thing. Are any of these real? Did you name your rings in lieu of kids? No, but I should have. I should have. I'm just glad I haven't had to get any out of jail. Angelica, I didn't know it was going to be a quiz. Well, it doesn't have to be. It's not an amethyst, and Michelle Guida got it. None of the 6 are real. And this one said it was Alexandrite. Have you guys ever seen an orange-pink Alexandrite that turns yellow? No, the answer is no, you haven't. Not at my channel, and you never will. So that's totally fake. Fake beyond fake. 10 karat, trillion cut, certified. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Certified Alexandrite from Brazil. Wait, it gets better. Yeah, these are, yeah, anyways, that's totally fake. I bought you some fakes so I could show you fake to real and not have an upsell. I did bring out my bust because, you know how I love dust. This is, I always say yalla lag, that's the way I say. I just call them legs. That's just what I do. But beautiful sterling silver, and I love the articulation of the little crosses. The heart with the wings, very traditional, and very, very cool. Solid sterling silver, and I really love it. So we'll set that down and get that out of the way. Do you want to see some rhinestones? Can I see the word rhinestones in the chat? And I'll show you. Look at the construction of that, though. I really think that's epic, and I love it. So, you do love it? You wish you kept the one... Yeah, yalla lag. Yalla lag. Yes, correct. Thank you for spelling it for me. Duh. I think not on Alex. No, it's not. No. Dusty Busty. Should be our Joshi. Joshi, do you love your ring I made you? I hope so. Joshi, thank you for being my friend. You're cracking me up. Be glad you didn't have to bail the kids out of jail. It's true. Both my adult children have called me for that, and Mama, don't play. I can sit there. Think about what you did. See, Lisa, I would do the same thing. I mean, I would teach my kids tough lessons. Maybe that's why God didn't bless me with children. I had fur children. That was enough, you know? That was more than enough. And I loved my dogs. I loved them so much. I only came to drink coffee in 90-degree heat. Why not make me more greasy, right? I can't believe That Is Rad was here. That was just, that like made my whole night. I'm starstruck. I'm so grateful. And I hope she knows that I really do support her. And there were other like reselling channels, like when I first started on YouTube, and they were like, oh, people like that are, you know, such and such. And I'm like, bitch, I've been like that for 30 years. You know, I've been reselling before I was born, you know? And I was doing eBay back in the day when they didn't even have photographs, you know? That's how long I've been doing this whole thing. And it's a successful journey, you know? Like a potato chip. It's true, I'm greasy. At least I'm golden crisp. So, But look at the rhinestones, and I layered these in honor of the Boy George auction that's going on right now. Did y'all know I'm bidding on the Boy George auction? Uh-huh. I am. Oh, you're still here. Oh, thank you, Dad. I didn't know that you were still here. Thank you. It makes me feel great. Hope your kids are doing well. I hope you're having an epic summer, and I hope your foot's okay. I stalk your videos, and I hope your foot's okay. I really hope your foot is okay, and your tootsies are healing because burns are nothing to play with. When I worked at the veterinary clinic, we had a dog that came in and it took several months to get this dog back on its feet. Literally, it unfortunately had been burned, and it was one of the most difficult procedures for me because it was very painful, and we could only do so much to manage the pain. That was tough for me to watch, emotionally very difficult. And my mom's a registered nurse, so she knows. And so is Jody Stools. I think Jody Stools was into. I think she was. Jody, were you a nurse? I think you were. I think we've had that conversation. You love Boy George? Yeah, so the Boy George auction's at Julian's right now, and I wasn't going to tell all of you until after the auction's over, but I'm actively bidding, and I'm winning. Oh, dental. Well, but you had to play in people's mouths. That should be the title of my autobiography from college. Did I just say that out loud? I think I did. It probably wouldn't be a good idea. You played in people's mouths? Hmm. I couldn't do that. Do you guys know that bird that gets in the mouths of the alligators? Why do I get so distracted? Do you guys know that'll never come back to my channel? She'll leave, she'll go. I thought I could go support him, but I can't. I can't be aligned with him. He's a liability. But no, you know the bird that gets in the mouths of the alligators and it cleans out their teeth? I wouldn't want that for a job. You know, I just wouldn't. I like to avoid all things that have to do with mouths. There's Simply Roberta. Do you guys know her? She sells with it's ADHD, yeah. Adult. I didn't know that I had it until I was 52. Haven't we all? Josh, boy, that's wrong. Simply Roberta's Treasures. She sells with Jewelry Nurse, and Simply Roberta's Treasures is a very spiritual woman. She has a very strong faith, and yet she is very kind to me. And Roberta, I love you very, very much. I've watched Roberta for years before I had a YouTube channel. Um, yeah, I've watched Roberta for a long time. And Jody's Jules and Roberta should know each other. Vad, you love it? Okay, good. All right, perfect. So I didn't lose Vad yet. How's that possible? So it's magic. All right, rhinestones, but I put them all together. Oh, Roberta, I love you too. Thanks for loving me. It's some people on YouTube have said I was very difficult to love, and sometimes I was. Hi, Deborah Barnes. Welcome in, my sweet friend. And someone said you pay attention to the chat too much. You go do your channel, and I'll go do my channel, and we'll agree to disagree. I want everyone to know how important they are to me, and we have no trolls, which is amazing. You know, I always have one jerk that comes in that just tries their best to upset me, and you know what happens? How how to get Jason to ignore you? Just ask him about red diamonds. Works every time. Do I ignore you when you ask about red diamonds? I don't think so. Maybe I do. Who said red diamonds? Okay, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm just kidding. So, Art Deco, Colette set or bezel set, Art Deco. Those are just rhinestone. They're not diamonds and emeralds. Kick to the curb, Jody. If you don't love it, it's okay. Somebody else will. I said to someone the other day. They said, "Can you tell us another life lesson?" And my friend Joe, that I hadn't seen in like 35 years, I met him when I was like 14. He had said to me that he had went his separate ways from his beautiful girlfriend. Nikki was her name back in the day, and he had went his separate ways from her. And I said, "Can I say something really simple and make it easy?" And he said, "Sure." And I said, sometimes in life, there's a person who's filling a void that needs to be filled by somebody else. So it's okay to like let them go. You don't have to judge them on the way out. You will have hurt feelings and you'll want to judge them, but let them go. And if they're supposed to be, they'll come back. And if you let them go and they don't come back, it was meant to be that way. And I just feel like maybe Nikki was holding a space that somebody else deserved. I'm not being cruel to Nikki, but I'm just saying, like, for the sake of Joe, I felt for anyone out there who's had this happen in friendship or business relationships, partnerships, little life lessons with Jason go a long way. And so I just say that, like, uh, I don't know how else to say it. But if someone's not fit for your life, it's okay. And you just have to understand that. Jason has a magic poof wand. Don't try it. No, don't try it. I always tell people to come for me because you know how people say they go, don't come for me? I go, no, please come for me so I can correct you and send you on your way. I am that person. I am. I'm very, very staunch. I'm a very staunch character. I know what life means to me. I've been through, been through a lot. We all have. Roberta, thank you. Coral Ray, hi, sweetheart. Welcome in. You were here earlier. 73 people, 31 thumbs up. Thank you all so much for being here. I know it's a lot to ask because I was on earlier, and I'm still sweaty and I'm still greasy. And someone said, are you going to go inside and show us in the light box some treasures? You bet I will. Yeah. All right, back to rhinestones. And there's three that I put together. These are Art Deco. These are from the 1930s. Those are not rock crystal. Those are just leaded crystal. So there's a difference in value and in construction. These are just leaded crystal. Those are not rock crystal. These are not out of the ground like Herkimer diamonds. These are, Roberta, you take good care of yourself. Thank you so much for stopping in, sweetheart. I think you probably have a sale tonight on YouTube. You probably have a sale tonight on YouTube. And you guys, we're not going to be on Tuesday night. We're not going to be on Bully Run. Um, we're not going to be on Bully Run. But yes, I am bidding at the Boy George auction at Julian's. And just so you know, I'm winning 3 lots so far. They're very expensive, but I'm winning them. And then I might go after one of his stage-worn outfits, but the pre-auction estimate, do you guys want to know? It's kind of scary for me to say this, but the pre-auction estimate on one of his outfits is $20,000 to $30,000. Yeah. So, I'm probably not going to win that one, but I'm still going to give it a go. I'm still going to give it a try. So this one is just closed back set crystal. So that one's just rhinestone, but that one's Czechoslovakian and very beautiful. Jody, it's true though, honey. It is well worth that. I think the one, when people ask me when I worked for the National Auction Company for 3 years, and I did all the cataloging for them and the photographs and the listings, I think that pre-auction estimate is low. I think 20 to 30,000. If you were to ask me what that will go for, it's currently at 5,000. I think it'll go for, don't quote me on this, but quote me on this. We'll do results at the end. I think it'll go for around 60,000. I think it'll go around 60,000-ish. Anything from his Miss Me video? I think there is, but I didn't remember that song. I'm going after, I won't say what lots, but I'm going after, he did a duet with Dolly Parton in 1999, and I don't want to get into like artist politics and stuff because then I start to lose interest, especially with like Hollywood stuff. I just lose interest. I respect his music and his songs. That's as far as I'll go, and his fashion sense. And long story short is, I think that the one piece I'm going after, the pre-auction estimate is like very moderate. It's like 600 to 800. I'm ready for a fight. I'm ready for a full-on fight. So I'm going to try and get... Thank you, Ramel, for saying that. Some people don't understand. But it's hard to sometimes separate artists from what they say and what they do, and it just gets upsetting. That's all. That's all I'll say. His voice was amazing. Yeah, his voice was amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely amazing. The lyrics are fantastic. But so he did a duet with Dolly Parton. If you guys haven't seen this, the 79 people that are here, it was in 1999, I believe, and it was called My Kisses Are Charity. And his hat from that video is in the auction, but I don't love the hat. I don't love the end result, but it's the red polka dotted hat, the white one, but it's made out of like rabbit fur, but it's like, I don't think it's like rabbit skin. I think it's just like felted, so I mean, animal friendly in a lot of ways. And I didn't see a lot of things that were like animal unfriendly. I didn't see fur coats. I didn't see stuff like that that would be upsetting to my sensitivity in fashion. But again, we're not here about me and what my opinions are on all that. But long story short, it's an epic collection. I think there's 345 lots. So if you have time, go over to Julian's Auctions and check out the catalog. And you'll see me actively bidding on several of the lots. My name doesn't appear. But at the end of the auction, I'll let you know what I bid on and if I get anything. Um, Yes, he's still alive. Yeah, absolutely. He's it's called Edit, and when I can't say I'm a celebrity because I'm not. I'm just an average guy with a big mouth. I why is he selling? It's called Edit. I think it's an amazing name for an auction. It's called Edit, and he's editing his collection. And he has so much. Like, could you think about all the gifts that he was given? And there's some pieces in the auction he didn't personally wear, but there are things that he did personally wear. I think why he's selling is just to edit the collection. And like you all saw when I did the Aspire auction with the auction company in Cleveland that went for a substantial amount of money, you all know that I did that. I sold off some of my excess to lighten the load, to make space in my collections, and to be healthy about what I collect, and to refine my collection as I go. Thank you so much for saying that, Denise. Best of luck on the auction. I'm going to need it on some of the lots. I'm going to need it for sure. Ramel, thank you. Good luck to you. I hope you win what you desire the most. Average guy with a big mouth. Tammy from Canada. Hi, Chewy on the farm. I remember you. I remember you. Oh, there's Rick Patterson. Hi, friend. Rick, I was just explaining that I was bidding at the Boy George auction at Julian's. I hope I'm not bidding against you because you will lose. I got a newsflash for you. If you're bidding on the lots I'm bidding on, you will lose. So how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. You don't have enough money to compete with me. I mean, you think you do. Well, you probably do, but I'll still outbid you anyway. And then I'll post date a bad check. But you have to go through this whole process to be a registered bidder. They do check your ID, they do check your credit card, they make sure that you're good for the money. Elizabeth Guzman, I haven't seen you in 9 million years. Where have you been hiding, and why aren't you here with us? Why aren't you here with us? Rick Patterson, do you think I have any space anywhere? You said you have zero, I have zero space. Well, we're tied. Girl, I have two houses and I still have no room. I could house it in my car. Did I just spit on myself? I think I did. Elizabeth Guzman, thank you so much for being here. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Well, all right, let's get back down to brass tacks over here. So this one is Austria, and it's from the late 1950s. It is Austrian rhinestone, and it's just Austria. There's no designer attributed to this, but this is one of the most beautiful in terms of a rhinestone necklace. And please excuse the displays. They're dusty. They were out at a show, and they're all messed up. I don't have, I didn't have time to clean them. So, you know how I am. Someone says, do you really collect dust? The answer is yes, I do. So thank you again for tuning in tonight, everyone. I really do appreciate you. I hope you all know what you mean to me. I really do. And for those that don't like me, we're tied. I don't like you in return. So, oh wait, I think a museum would be tax deductible, great storage, and oh my God, we'd all go. I know, I was thinking about it. How did you do at the show? Well, at the one show I did incredibly well, and the other show isn't until Saturday. So Jess K, I did really well. And Jess, I prayers to you again, sweetheart, for your loss. Someone said to me, when you get like so many subscribers, you're gonna forget people. Jess K, I just wanted to tell you that I send you special prayers because I didn't forget you, sweetheart. I will never forget when someone says that they need me. Ever. I will look at all of you and say to all of you, I will never forget any of you. Trust me, I won't. Hi, Darla Alexander. Oh, thank you. I know you will do fine at your auction. You're very talented. Thank you so much. After 30 years, if I'm not good at it, I shouldn't be in this business called resale. But when you buy, the dust is free. Hi, Joan. How are you? Just K, thank you, honey. I'm not that smart. I just play a guy that's really put together on YouTube. If you met me in real life, I'm really not that brilliant. So, uh, do you did you do your interview yet? Oh, I did. I did. That's all I'll say. I did my interview, and um, I don't know what else to say. I did. It was good. It was good. Do you know what I'm saying? It was good. It was good, but I am well, Jason. I hope you're well. Thank you. Can I show you guys some beads? Can we get into the beads? I'll talk about the interview when I'm in the mood. I had to I had to decline. I had to decline a job position. It wasn't the right fit. Um, it wasn't the right fit. It just wasn't. Hi, David Berkheimer. How are you? And I wasn't looking for a job. They knew that, though, going into it. It's okay. I just don't like, not. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I knew. All right, let me show you what's inside this. Do you guys want to see this? I haven't looked at these in a while. Can I show you something that I splurged on? Can you guys put Aqua, AQUA? Can you guys put Aqua in the chat? Because I don't know if I've shown you. Have I shown you these yet? Can you put Aqua in the chat? All 92 of you, all you stalkers that are sitting on the sideline. There's David Berkheimer. He's my favorite bot. He's my favorite bot. I love him. He's a bot. I paid a lot for David Berkheimer because he appears to be real in the chat. Pamela, hi. I don't know you. Thanks for being here. See, I bring out all the people that I don't know. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so you want to see some aquamarine? I paid too much. I'll fair warn you, I paid too much. Have you ever seen better aquamarine beads? These are melon carved aquamarine. Hi, Tess. I love you. Tess, thank you for the photographs of us together when we went to Lake Erie. And thank you for your friendship of so long. We've been friends for so long. And thank you for the pencils. I know it's an odd thing to thank someone for, but Tess sent me pencils in the mail, and she knows how much I love my pencils. It's the small things in life that make me happy. So I go from trying to own one of Boy George's pieces to pencils. Oh, what an odd combination. But these are aquamarine. These are not heat treated. These are from India. And there were 7 strands. Wait, hold on. Let me tell you. No, I'm sorry. There were 5 strands. There were 5 strands total. And when I saw this necklace, it was, Rick, was this $9,000? I wouldn't say Santa Maria blue. I understand why you're going that route, but not Santa Maria quality on these. But close. I see why you're. Yeah, I think it was 9,000. Rick said he thinks so. So the ones that were left was Rick, was this 4,000? I think this was 4,000. I think I paid 4,000. I don't remember. Rick, was it 4,000 or was this 4,000 or was it 3,800, 3,500? I don't remember. Okay. These are aquamarine. I bought these at the gem show, and these are melon carved. They are from India. I think it was 7 strands at the first. No, it wasn't, because look, Rick, it was only 2 more here. I thought it was 7, but look, it was only 2 more. See what I'm saying, Rick? Hold on, let me tap on the screen. It's not focusing. Hold on. Let me see. It's not wanting to focus. See how it was 2 strands are gone? And said he sold it. There's no room for 7 strands because there was none on the end here. That's like where it's finished. So they didn't cut this. Yeah, it was 5 strands. I thought it was 7. It's 5. It's 5 strands, and then he sold 2 strands for a lot of money, and then he sold me the 3. You have the image, you'll look. I thought we took pictures. Yeah, you took pictures of me with this on at the show. I went to the gem show and I went bonkers. And then he sold this to me for, I think, 4,000. Anyways, long story short, aquamarine, melon carved, and then spaced with little seed beads. But this is from India. Look how royal and how beautiful that is for aquamarine. And I think it was 1,000, Rick, it was 1,020 carats. Was it 1,020 carats or it was 1,050 carats? It was over 1,000 carats. Okay, so that's my aquamarine baby, and I love aquamarine. I can do so many videos to help you out with identifying beads. So if you would like me to do more bead identification, I most certainly will. I'll show you fake from real. That's for sure. These are aqua, and they are amazing. They're absolutely beautiful. Okay, there's that. That's down and done. This one is artisan, and I don't remember who did this, but I wanted to show you these. Let's get into these. So these are ruby, sapphire, and emerald. So watch these bad boys. They're amazing. So when you go to the gem shows, these used to be very affordable, and now all of a sudden, I don't want to blame the imports and all this and the duties and all that, static in the air. You can only let that dictate so much of your life. And I think too many people are focused on that. When you want something, buy it. That's what I say. And if you can't afford it, wait until you can and then save up. It's just a process of collecting. How do you think I got to where I'm at? I'm not a trust fund baby. I didn't have, an account that I would draw from. I wish I did because, gosh, I'd be so much farther along. But I wouldn't have had hard work along the way. So, okay, bye-bye. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping. These are ruby, and do you see that? I just don't like the word ombre. I just it's so uselessly and so profusely used that it's like everything is ombre, ombre, ombre. It's like, please stop. Look at the gradation in color. Look how that goes from these gorgeous rubies into the pink sapphire into rubies again. But ruby and sapphire is of the corundum family. And I have a sapphire version out here that's blue sapphire. But look how beautiful these are. Again, finished in India. And I have the original business card where these came from. So really fantastic. These were imported from India. Absolutely, such beautiful gradation in color. And look how finely faceted the little rubies are. These are really beautiful gemstone beads. I think retail on these years ago was like $800 for this. Now this would be in the vicinity of $2,000 to $3,000. So Janet, you're welcome. Absolutely. I love giving a free education. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. But look how beautiful these are. Aren't those really fantastic for how they're constructed? And I love I just love it. I love the way it captures the light and it pushes it back out to you. I don't have my ring light on and the sun is going down and look what they do. Look how I have goblin lighting. I look like a goblin. Those are really special. That says class, sophistication, and I'd wear it with a baseball hat and dirty jeans. That's what I would do. But someone else would wear it with a big fancy dress. I'd say, I'm gonna. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. Someone said, I wish we could do more for you, and I said, you do more than enough for me. Trust me, you do. Beautiful findings on there. See how that's gold bullion thread, or what should I say, couched thread in gold, metallic gold. Let me show you the sapphire version, and then I'm going to show you the mixed version. I'm going to show you the version that everybody goes nuts for, that they mixed with emeralds. And then we're going to go into the light box, and we're going to take a look at a couple things inside. And I am only going to stay on until maybe another hour, and then call it. These are the sapphire version. And look how magnificent that is for sapphire. See, I should have a home shopping club channel. You know what I'm saying? I should have a home shopping club channel. That's the postage stamp quilt. Thank you for seeing it. Roxanne, welcome in. Hi, Per, welcome in. I think that's Deborah. And look at these for postage stamps. They're 3/4 of an inch. There's over, I think, 3,200 postage stamps of fabric that are absolutely, completely hand-pieced. This quilt, I think this cost, back in the day, I think this was like, maybe this one was 600. And look at the double border in that grass or emerald green and black. Very stunning. And then look how they repeated the green and the black. This is very well thought out. When I say craft for a quilt, these are labors of love. I really wish you could see how small these pieces are. They are tiny, tiny, tiny. Look how small those pieces are. 3/4 of an inch. Look, it's slightly larger than my fingernail. These are completely hand-pieced, and these are feed sack fabrics. These are feed sack fabrics. Hi, E. Webster. I don't know you, but welcome in. Each version you get is better and better. Thank you for saying that, Darla. I've been collecting quilts for 20-some years. I've been collecting quilts for 20-some years. The repeat of the border into the inside here, if it didn't have that, I would have left this behind. And can you say it's a modified Irish chain? I'm not a fan of that. I call it postage stamp. So I'm not a fan of like Irish chain or not. I'm kind of not a fan of that. I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to, if you wanted someone like me to come in and correct you. And then I said, never mind, I won't say what I said in one of my chats, but look how fine the fabrics are. Look how little. They're completely hand-pieced. I wish I could bring this right up to the camera. The field is fantastic, and it's a very large quilt. It goes huge. Look at my sweaty armpits. It goes huge this way. I have a girl's bracelet, 18 karat gold bars, every separation. Well, congratulations. Unwashed. Yes, unlaundered. We say unlaundered. Unwashed, technically. Yes. I do sell jewelry live, Terry, on Bully Run Coffee on YouTube every Tuesday night, but not this Tuesday, so don't look for us. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go over and watch some of my previews, both on my channel and Jeremy's channel. And we sell a lot. Oh, it's so. You're welcome, Terry. Thank you for being here. I just showed you all my sweaty armpits. I don't care. I've quilted, lots of work. God, is it hot out here? Let me drink some more hot coffee. I just wanted coffee tonight. Did you guys ever have that to where it's 114 degrees out? I feel like I'm in a latex fat suit again. I really do. I genuinely feel like I'm in a latex fat suit. I'm sweating myself to death over here. Hmm. Oh, thank you, Michelle Bradley, for saying their epic sales. All right. Mandy stopped in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Mandy, when I was saying I didn't like Whatnot, it wasn't because of you, sweetheart, that's for sure. I said, and I'll be clear, I watch four people on Whatnot. I'm down to four. I watch Corey Buys Jewelry, I watch Craig, and then da-da-da-da-da numbers. I watch Velvet Vault, which is Mandy, and I watch Janine Sweetie Cheese Lady. That's who I watch. I watch four. I'm down to four. The rest of them, they can't say my name. They don't support my channel, so I say, bleh. It's like if you could have audio barf. That's what I think of that channel, or whatever it's called, platform. I don't even really consider it a platform. I consider it barf. That's what I consider it, barf. And then you have to like scream. It's running. Limited time, short time, short time, short time. Get in, get in, get in. Short time, short time, short time. It seems so bizarre. Oh, you get kicked out of shows all the time? Sounds like me on YouTube. I've been kicked out of so many, but I consider it a badge of honor. When I show up somewhere and no one can see me, I think it's a badge of honor. I'm like, thank God no one can see me. Because I'll say something and everyone's like, well, I didn't see you there. And I'm like, of course I'm blocked. Why wouldn't I be? Of course I'm blocked. Do more bead identification. Okay, sure. These are sapphire. These are blue sapphire. And these are just amazing. They're gemstone. And these are genuine sapphire beads. They were imported from India. You can tell by the weight. You can tell by color zoning. You can tell by the cutting. And you can also tell by that color variable. See how some are darker, some are lighter. Really fantastic for sapphire. And I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 strands. 7 strands. Yeah, I think this is truly magnificent. Do you want to see the last one? Okay, you guys got to put last in the chat. You got to put last. If I see 30 last, I'll show you the last one. But if you don't put 30 last, I'm not going to show you anymore. I'm just going to go inside the house and stop sweating my ass off. You want to see last? Question about the aqua, were the beads graduated? Yeah, they are graduated. Can you not see that? Hold on. Did you not see that? Were the beads graduated? Yeah, can you not see that, David? I'm so sorry. I thought I showed it close up. I'm so sorry. Can you not see that, my friend? Here, let me do it this way. Hold on. I don't want to put tension on the necklace. That's a bad idea. Hold on. Before I break this and then have beads all over everywhere because they're not knotted in between each. And that's another thing. I can talk about the whole knotting of beads. You don't want to hear my lecture series. Let's go in on this then. So here's your big giant aquas. Here's your big giant babies. Hold on, that's all off-center and cattywampus. I don't like it. All right, there. And I am very specific when I sell, by the way. Let's be clear on that. Like on my eBay listings, I have 27,000 independent, unique feedbacks. I've been listed on there since 1999, but I sold 2 years before that. I almost blocked someone in the chat. Okay, so let's look at these. And these were, again, it was like, I don't remember, 7,000 or 9,000 for the total complete, and I think this was 4,000 for what's left. Anyways, I didn't care. Look at the size of these, melon carved. All melon carved. They're carved like little melons. And then do you not see that these graduate in size? Like, can you guys see that, or am I imagining it? Can you see that this bead is very, 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 very little? I'm so sorry. Can you see that that's like a teeny tiny little baby bead? And then these are great big mama beads. Can you see that? I don't know. Like, I don't know where the question came from. Okay, so see how giant these beads are. Okay, now you're looking at my dirty armpit. See how massive these beads are? Let me show you the little beads. Let me go like this. So can you see that graduates in size? So baby beads, little tiny beads, even though they're not tiny. And you can see that these giant beads are giant beads and these are little baby beads. I think I showed it right. I don't know. Okay. I hope so. Okay. All right. Let's put those back before I break them. You love the heaviness of them? Yeah, I've only worn them one time, and that's a shame because spending all that. All right, let me show you the last one of the beads. The sun is going down. The sun is definitely going down. Look, this matches my quilt. I picked this necklace specifically for this quilt. No, I didn't. And then let's put this on this. And thank you all, 100 people, for being here. What an epic night. I was on earlier. I got really tired of listening to myself earlier. I was exhausted with myself. And then do you know I was supposed to take a nap and I didn't? Did you guys ever notice that when I speak there's no punctuation? If that's my only character flaw, my beard's getting really bushy. If that's my only character flaw, I'm proud of it. Someone said I can't watch you, and I said, well, I can't watch you either. They said you're very hyper and you don't finish any of your sentences, and I said, I don't like your face. So we're tied. I don't like your bulldog lips. I don't like your face. So, but we're tied. We're tied. You don't like how hyper I am. I don't like your face. And I'm allowed to say it. I'm Gen X. I'm gonna say it. I already said it. But it's true. They go, well, I don't like that you do this. Well, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask for your opinion. And you ain't signing my paycheck, bitch. You ain't signing my paycheck. Girl, you ain't signing my check. When you start signing my check, then I'll listen to your complaints. Until then, I can't hear you. I can't hear you over the air conditioner. This one is Sapphire, Emerald. Oops, sorry. Sapphire, Emerald, Sapphire. Yes, the yellow is Sapphire. So listen up. Sapphire, Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, Sapphire, Sapphire, Emerald, Ruby. Did you see what I just said? The yellow is technically yellow sapphire. Yes, they have yellow sapphire. Oh, yeah, they have yellow sapphire. I know. You're Gen X too. We just say what we feel. We just say what's truthful. And if we hurt your feelings, we're sorry. But it's just the truth. Prussian, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Punctuation is often not attended in speaking conversations. Our brains accommodates just fine. Thank you. But I don't feel like I have to put a period on everything I say. Yeah, Brian, I know 100 viewers on a Sunday when I'm not normally on. That's quite the bit, but I love pulling a good crowd. And the right people are always here. I always say that. Someone says you get always like great crowds, and I don't know why I keep fidgeting with this. What? Oh, thank you, Luana. Sapphire, Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby. Did you see that one enough? And these beads don't graduate. Wait, do they graduate? Yeah, they do. These are slightly larger, and these are little slightly smaller. Do you see how they graduate so that width gets bigger? See how the width gets bigger, and then, do you love that effect? Do you guys love this effect? I see, hi Pamela. Tess, are you going to bed, honey? Oh, good night, sweetheart. You probably have to work tomorrow at the hospital. Tess is an epic nurse. Do you guys think I should wear that as like a headpiece in my next live? Do you think Jeremy would notice? Do you think Jeremy would notice if I wore that as a headband? I don't think he would notice. You know, I don't think he would. I think if I went to dinner with this on, he wouldn't notice. He wouldn't. Good night, Jody's Jules. I did the quilt just for you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. No headpiece? Well, I'll do it anyway then. So, I get told I'm too blunt at times. Then I love you. Yeah. This one is, I didn't say how many strands. Don't ever apologize. You're not bothering me. I mean, I might sometimes go, are you not paying attention? That's 7 strands. I bet you $1 he will notice. He probably would, but he probably... Hi, Asterisk. He probably would notice, but he might not say anything, though. He's used to my shenanigans. Do you know what he said to me this morning? Do you guys want to know? You're welcome. Hey, this is a question and answer. Do you guys want to know what he said to me this morning? No, Pistachio, I don't know where she's at. She's not here. She probably had enough of me earlier. I was a little bit too much to take, probably. My Pistachio isn't here, and that's sad. I feel bad. Maybe she's chilling out with the hubby and taking care of her, taking care of her hubs. We all have stuff to take care of. But isn't this stunning though for gemstone beads? Do y'all love them? Do y'all love them? So, did my eyes just go cross? I think they did. Did my eyes just go cross? I think they did. I think my eyes just went cross. There's a really cool necklace in this. There's a really cool necklace in this. Did I? Yes. Would it? Was I? Did I not finish my sentence? Yes, you love them. Oh, you love them. Yeah, I know. I think maybe I don't know. I probably said something wrong earlier. I don't know. Sometimes I say like I don't mean whatever. I'd like everyone to realize how difficult YouTube is. It's tough sometimes. It's tough. It's really, really tough. But look at this for Artisan Made. This came out of the collection by the Akron Zoo. This was Virginia Winos. She was a collector that was just phenomenal. And this came with earrings. So this is like a modular, like bird's nest of beautiful wire and then these spaced sequins and then like beads, but it comes with these beautiful earrings. I don't know who did this though. This is definitely handmade artisan. She did have a necklace that I couldn't find the necklace. I found the receipt for $1,000 and I never found the necklace. So, but the family kept a lot of jewelry. But this could be a very, very good designer piece that is just epic and cool. You could Google Lens this, and of course, you're never going to find out what it is or who made it. That's never going to happen. A few more pieces, and then we're going to go into the light box. Can I show you one of my favorite rhinestone brooches? Oh, this is one of my favorites. It's breathtaking. I don't have my ring light on, so again, we're just daylight. And look how that performs in the lighting. That's all Austrian Aurora Borealis crystal. That's completely hand set. And I love the dimensional nature of this. When you go after rhinestones, go after vintage, go after prong set. And that would be one of my biggest secrets to success. This is just stunning. It goes very icy blue, but it's got this really gorgeous pink and like a yellow orange Aurora Borealis and late 1950s into the 1960s. Only signed Austria, but completely hand constructed. Not new by any stretch of the imagination. I think that that's a keeper. I think. And then I bought these from my friend Gail. We had went to a store together, and she loved these earrings. She loved these 1980s, 1990s paper clips on ceramic. So those are high fire ceramic, and those are those plastic covered. Do you all remember these from the 80s? Of course you do. Late 80s, early 90s. This was our generation. And look how cool the backdrop is on the card. That kind of like confetti from the 80s. But look how cool this is. Look how cool the paper clips are on this porcelain. And so I let her buy those. Look how cool those are. I let her buy these. And then I said to her, if you ever go to sell those, I want them back. And she called me and she said, hey, I'm going to sell them. And I said, I need them back. Like, don't sell them. Don't let them outside of our jewelry family. I really liked the whimsy. I liked the memory of the 80s and 90s. I thought that was really epic. And that's going to go up in value. That's the one thing I see surging in price. Can I show you this one and then we'll go in the light box? I love 1980s. Oh, thank you for saying that. I'm not cool. I just play a cool guy on YouTube. If you met me in real life, you'd be like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to be friends with you. This is epic. These are glass and they're foiled and they're really beautifully done. This is a lavalier. It's a single drop. See how that necklace comes down to a single drop. I fought for this, and I think this is just absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you, Pamela, for saying that. I do need as many friends as I can get. Turquoise and then orange and foiled, attributed to Leo Popper, but I won't say. We'll cover that in another video. I've often said Gablans because that's the way I pronounce it. Some people don't say, they say Gablan, Gablan. They don't say the Z, but I say Gablans. I'm from the United States. That's the way I say it. But at least I don't say spinel instead of spinel. That is just incredible. The stations are wonderful, and that's 1900. 1900, 1915. Why are you sitting in the dark? I don't know. Let's go inside. I don't want the goblin lighting on because it's so harsh. Do you guys want me to sit outside for the rest of the night so you can't see me? I don't know why I'm sitting. Should I put my shades on and then people will be like, why is he sitting in the dark? I'll just do it because I want to. And then people will be like, I told you about him. You can't trust him. Whatever. You do you, I do me. That's why we agree to not be friends. Does anyone else want to see anything else while I'm out here? Um, Anyone? Huh? I'm thinking I did. Huh? I'm having so much fun. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to ask. Brian, just sit here until we can't see anymore. Okay. I will. Bake what? I don't know what that means. Wait. Why are the rhinestones? Huh? Wait. Are they rhinestone? Would you love to see the necklace in the light box? Oh, you want to see that one that you can't see? Okay. I'll go do it. Bakelite? Uh, where? Bakelite? Are you... You're so pretty. Huh? I did go blonde. You went blonde? I did ask what you wanted to see, and then I ignored you. But I always do that, Mandy. All right, you wanted to see this in a light box? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you wanted to see that in the light box. Okay, let's go in the light box. Let's do this. Let me get you situated in the light box. I always do the opposite of what people tell me to do. So if you say don't do something, then I'll do it. But if you say to do something, I won't do it. I think people are right about me. Yeah, I'm impossible. It's fine. I mean, but I think it's funny. I mean, is it funny if one person thinks it's funny? Like if someone falls and they don't get hurt and you think it's funny, is it still funny if only one person thinks it's funny? I don't know. I sure hope no bugs got in my coffee. I can't see. Why am I sitting in the dark? Sure, Elizabeth, you want to see the Georgian one? No problem. As long as we stay around 100 people, I'll stay on. I'll stay on until 4:30 in the morning. I'm just kidding, I won't. I'll stay on for maybe another half hour. How does that sound? You want to see the Georgian one in the light box? No problem. Sure. Let me move inside the house. I'll move you in. I'll take my device in. So I'll take my chit chat in. And thank you so much. I don't know why I always look off to the right. Why do I always look off to the right when I talk to all of you? Is it because I'm lying to you? I have a nervous laugh. I'd be the first to laugh, but help you. No, I would laugh if someone fell. As long as they didn't hurt themselves. Did I show you my turquoise cuff? I'm so distracted. I have adult ADHD. I didn't know until I reached 52. I mean, I guess I knew, but I guess I ignored it for all those years. Let me move you all inside. Let me take in my disgusting coffee. Oh, it's so hot outside. I can't believe what a sweaty mess I am. Well, at least you all saw me at my worst. Well, in my mind. I mean, you saw me at my worst in my mind. Like, I'm sure I've looked way worse than this. But I'm sweaty and nasty and I stink. I'm just glad you can't smell me right now. Oh, all right. So you want to see the Georgian necklace? All right, hold on. I'm gonna make my little stash pile. Let me put down my little fold-out table. Hold on, everybody. Keep your pants on. Keep your pants on in the chat. You don't want to take your pants off. Let's do this. And thank you so much for sticking with me. I know it's a lot to ask. You know, me go on live twice in one day. I mean, I think that's a bit much. You know, I understand. You know, I'm not everyone's flavor. Never said I was. Why do I talk after I walk away? Can you guys still hear me? Oh, do you want to see a light show? Look, it's dark enough. We could do a light show. This is my uranium glass vase. Do y'all love that? Uranium glass. What? It's the most dangerous vase mankind ever created. Yeah, it's true. It's uranium. What? That's why I was sitting in the dark. So you could see that. It's like a crime scene. It's like a crime scene, but a whole lot more fashion. Yeah, 1960s, 1970s, uranium glass. Holy UV, what? What on God's green earth just happened? UV, huh? What? You know, I don't glow much. All right, let me bring in the necklace. Let me grab this. I hope to God that no mosquitoes come in my house. Is West Nile virus still a thing? Like, is that still happening? Like, I don't know. Is West Nile virus, like, does that still happen? Why am I yelling? Hold on, let me put my chair away. Let's go backstage. Look, I put my chair behind this quilt. Oh, and the quilt's fantastic. So let me take you down out of the holder and let me take you up to the quilt. Yeah, you're gonna have trouble seeing the colors because they're, because we're at midnight, obviously. But look how little these pieces are. Do you see how tiny these are? 3/4 of an inch or smaller. And these are all feed sack. And look how many hundreds, if not thousands. What? And the quilting in between each, unbelievable. Let's flip you around and get you into the light box. Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for staying with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's plop you down inside the box. Let's zoom in. So the garnet necklace from earlier, you had all asked, how am I going to fix it? How am I going to replace the one stone that's wonky and weird? Well, I already did it. I did it while I was supposed to be taking a nap. We'll look at the Georgian one in just a second, since you had all asked. And if there's something that I missed, would you please let me know? Is that okay if you'd let me know? Please and thank you. Let me move the uranium glass out of the way. And you know I don't do fads and I don't blacklight stuff because, oh, please stop. I keep telling people, stop doing the fads. I've seen it for 30 years in resale. You're going to regret doing it. And I'll tell you guys something. There was a gentleman, do you like my diamond bracelet? There was a gentleman that, he was at this antique mall. And Jeremy looked at me like, don't do it. He was kind of looking at me like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And I, I, I said to him, I said, could I talk to you about something? He was buying all reproduction, and he thought he was buying original. So I asked him, I said, do you sell online? And he told me where he sold. Of course, the dreaded platform I can't stand. And he said, I do. And I said, can I help you a little bit and just give you like some constructive criticism? And he said, sure. And I said, everything you're buying is fake. And I told him everything. I said, hi, Bronson. How are you, Bronson? Thank you for being here. I said, everything you're buying is fake. And I didn't care that I killed the sale, but I wanted him to know. So he only bought like 3 of the 42 pieces that he had up there. Because everything he's buying was fake. It was a current contemporary reproduction made to look old. And, since it's in an antique mall, he didn't know well enough. He didn't know well enough. Anyways, so I prevented a catastrophe from happening, and I didn't feel bad. And other people would say, well, you would feel bad if that was your glass that he put back. No, I wouldn't be selling bullshit, and I wouldn't be advertising it as old. So let's get that shit straight, too. Because I don't want someone to accuse me of like, oh, well, that's not good because you killed somebody else's sale. No, I didn't. Okay, let's get it straight. Let's back the train up. I gently corrected him and said, please don't do that because it's not what it's being advertised as. See what I'm saying? So had to get new YouTube. I don't know who. Okay, nice to see you. Thank you. I felt like I helped him. You're right, Elizabeth. You're right. And I just, I just wanted him to know that what he was buying wasn't legit. That's all. Because I didn't want him to. I felt bad. Can I tell you that I felt like I knew that he was on hard times? Can I say that without being a dick? But I felt like he was on. I felt like he was on hard times. So you can kind of tell sometimes, without judging a book by its cover. These are diamonds, and this weighs like 8 million ounces. It's 14 karat gold. I think it weighs 6 ounces. 6 ounces of 18 karat gold, and these are all diamonds. That was the prize fighter's bracelet. It's an 8 1/4. Let me put that in where it goes back to the bank tomorrow. That's not staying in his house. Oh, and then can I show you? I want to get back to the good, better, and best. So when people say, well, he picks on things. I don't pick on things. I'm just teaching you. This is a very beautiful tanzanite ring in 14 karat white gold and diamonds. Okay, so there's that one. There's nothing wrong with this. This is a stunning ring. It's absolutely attractive. The tanzanite is lovely. It's just incredible. This would be a great ring this would be a great ring. I'm not taking anything away from it. But what I'd like to show you is reach for something like this. Okay. Now, not everyone can afford this. I'm not saying break the bank. I'm saying this is wonderful because after all, I bought it. But look at this tanzanite. That's D block. Absolutely. Velvet purple. I've shown you before. Look at the surround of diamonds and look how thick that gold is. Solid 14 karat yellow gold. Please reach for the ones that are like, what do I say? This is great to hold the place, but this would be better. I just try and say, like, try and elevate your collections. And after all, I did buy both of these. So understand me, I did buy both of these. So I'm trying to like guide you on the good, better, and best. The good, better, and best. This is great, but this is outstanding. So, see what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to knock anything on my channel. I have to clarify that sometimes because I have to reel myself back in and realize that not everyone's going to like my learning moments. Not everyone's going to understand why I do what I do on my channel. And that's okay. I'm not going to please everyone all the time. Let's zoom in on this bad boy or this beautiful gal. These are all garnets. This is right at the turn of the last century, meaning 1900. These are Bohemian garnets, and I fixed this one. I took the red one out that wasn't a match. It sunk down a little bit in the mounting, but I replaced that one. And really beautiful to match the color. And I made sure that I did the exact age because it took it out of an old brooch. And when people say, they go, well, how do you restore these pieces? Well, let me show you. I restore them very carefully. What I've done over the last 30 years, oh, and I'll show you the Georgian necklace, so stay tuned for this. I'll have to turn the light box down a little bit for the Georgian piece that you asked to see up close. Emerald, ruby, and garnet. What I will show you is, oh, I just trashed the whole light box. What I will show you is, let me flip this around. Let me get this settled. Let me show you how I do my restorations. And someone asked to see the glass necklace. I saw the requests. Don't you think I'm forgetting you? Because I don't forget anyone, except for the ones I want to forget. Garnets, beautiful, absolutely fabulous. So let me show you. Let me show you how I restored that. Boom, right there. Same cut, table cut, beautiful original garnet. And look at the restoration now. Box style clasp, absolutely gorgeous. 18 inches. Those are normally like 14, 15 inches. Lynn, not everybody loves it. Not everybody loves it, but I'm not here for everybody. I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for most people. And some people will always be left out. Like, remember that. Like, some people, you have to think about that. Some people will always be left out. Not intentionally, but some people, they just don't speak, they don't speak the same love language that I have. And I'm not for everybody. I never said I was. For Victorian garnets, this is only a fraction of the pieces that are beyond, because when I started early, someone said, oh, I can't believe you're going to tear that one apart. Oh, you should restore that, because they were such the expert, First of all, I don't agree with the word expert. And second of all, I've been doing this long enough to know what can be restored and what can't. Okay, so don't come for me and tell me what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. This is beyond restoration, and there's no reason to restore this, no reason whatsoever. This is the perfect candidate to use these stones to restore something like that necklace. Okay, so yes, I do pull these apart to harvest the rose-cut stones in garnets. Yes, I do. This is no end result that anyone would go gaga for. This is not like historically important Victorian jewelry. It just simply isn't. It's just not there. The design is not there. The aesthetic is not there. It's a beautiful piece, but this is only a donor piece. After all, if I don't use the stones out of this to restore a phenomenal piece, where in the hell am I going to get them from? You don't just go into a store and get garnets like this. Look at how far beyond repair this is. Now, I would challenge someone to come in and go, oh, did you see he's tearing apart old jewelry again? Okay, so you mean to tell me that you're going to go in and make a tube hinge, and you're going to go in and you're going to set all these garnets again, and where are you going to get them from? Where are you going to get them from? Now, I've also said about my restorations, look how there's foil and paper underneath the table cut garnets. And then someone came in because they thought they were being cute. Is anyone saying anything in the chat? Did everyone leave? What is the garnet necklace called? A garnet necklace. Is everyone here? Oh, Nicola, I use this. I use a thingy, Mabab. I use a thing, and I get in here and I open these up very carefully. I move the prongs back very, very ginger and very, very carefully. I've been doing it for a long time. Let me say this much. So there's the paper underneath, and then there's a little piece of foil. The foil is what pushes the light back to the viewer, because after all, these are closed back set. Close back set, close back set, close back set. There is no way that that could be restored. So that's a donor piece. That's a donor piece. That's what that is. Now, these are glass. People sell these as garnet all the time. These are not garnets. These are glass. Let me tell you again. That is not Bohemian garnet. This is glass. It is Czechoslovakian glass. There is a difference. There are not sharp facets. Do you see how these are? Let me show you side by side. I got to do a side by side. Those are glass as well. Let me do a side by side. These are glass. This is glass. Hold on. Let me make my glass pile. Those are garnet, 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 real, 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 and real. Okay, this side is real. That's how fast I can do this. This side is real garnets, and this side is glass. These three pieces are glass. Let me do this. This is genuine garnet. This is glass. Don't make me say it again. Okay, what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to show you the difference. You can tell from a mile away that these look like garnet. Absolutely. They look like they're faceted. If you get a loop out, these are not faceted. These are molded. These are molded. These are glass. These are molded stones. These are not faceted. These have a little bit of not a crispness that you want to see. Let's do a side by side. Garnet on the right, glass on the left. Garnet on the right, glass on the left. Look at the color's not right. The color is not right for garnet. That is right-hand side garnet, glass. Let's do another one. Let's take a look here. So we've got garnets here, absolutely table cut garnets. Through and through, you'll see a color variable. And look at the way that that is glass on this side. Left is glass, right is stone. You're going to have to be exposed to this. Also, did you notice the difference in the prongs? Brass here and silver here. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you understand? I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, now let's look at this one. Same situation, same style of mounting. These are brass, and you'll notice that there's no foil from behind. Closed back set, these are glass. This is not garnet. Look at this one, 4 garnets. These are garnets, these are glass. Do you see what I'm talking about? I think you can understand side by side. Costume, genuine. Costume, genuine. You have to be exposed to these things in real life as well. Look how close together the stones are set, and look at the air in between the stones and those clumsy prongs. Clumsy, 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 clumsy. Let's look at it next to the necklace. Let's look at it next to the garnet necklace. Let's take a quick peek here, and let's do side by sides there. Okay, garnets on this side. Yes, there's prongs, but look at it's not the same. The glitz isn't the same. See how you're not getting a lot of light off of these? Look at that. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. Punch, punch, punch. Nah, blah, blah, blah. Wah, wah. This one says, I am glass. This one says, hello, I'm genuine garnet out of the ground, and I love you, and I'm more expensive. Please know the difference between garnets and glass. It is difficult to tell. I'll tell you that right now. It's very difficult to tell. Clumsy prongs, do you mean uneven? Weird and wonky and bizarro is what I mean. Brass construction here, silver construction here, gold gilt here, genuine metal here, brass here. A lot of times the stones that are set in brass, you know, I would love to see what the gem testers would test these as. They'd probably come back as garnet. They would probably come back as garnet. They're not. These are glass. This is costume. Stop calling these garnets. They're not. Please stop calling them garnets. They're not. You know, and I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I most certainly have been at this for 30 years. It's just a little frustrating from time to time, but these are genuine garnets and these are glass. You can see from almost across the room. You know, still pushes some light, but it's like, wah, wah, Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy cow. I am faceted. I am gorgeous. I am scintillation. I'm boring. I'm average. And I'm missing 99% of my stones because I am costume jewelry. Garnet, 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 garnet. All the way through and through. On that side, garnet, 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 garnet. All the way through. Garnets here, garnets here, garnets here, garnets here. When I was at the auction facility, so many times things would come across my desk identified as gemstones and they simply weren't. And so I had to redo them. That's all. No, and see now everyone, and then everyone takes offense that I'm attacking them. I'm not. I'm stating facts here. Look at the paper from behind that these closed back garnets had. Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stones. And you could see that the facets are all uneven. That's another thing. These facets, well, the molded facets, per se, are very regular. See how they're like regular, regular, regular. Rose cut, though. Rose cut. It's almost, that brooch is so embarrassed it took a dive. Look, it was so embarrassed it wasn't garnets it left. But see how these are molded and so universal. It's just a no-go. And then you can see that these are all hand-faceted. See, there's like irregularities in the facets. I don't know how else to say it. I wish I could. I wish I could have you be in my brain and see how I see. But I can't do anything else for you. I can hold a side by side, genuine garnet, glass, and there is a difference. That's all. There's a difference. Okay, I got to put it away because that was hard to watch. That was difficult to watch. And I'm not saying anything about anybody. And then everyone always, they go, "Are you talking about me?" Oh, stop! Please don't. I already went through that. I've already been through that 12 times on YouTube. It's not an attractive thing. All right. This one is the Georgia necklace that someone asked for. Did someone ask for this one, or was I? Oh, the fleur de lis. That has sure. That's gold. It has seed pearls, and that's my donor. This is my donor piece because no one's going to buy that. No one's going to buy this. This is my donor for half pearls, half seed pearls. Uh, do you see what I'm saying? Oh, thanks, Mandy, for understanding. See how this is a donor piece? This is gold. It's unmarked 14 karat gold. That's antique, and this is a donor piece. I mean, if someone would buy that as it is, I'd sell this in a heartbeat. But no one's going to buy this. They're simply not going to buy it. It's just not going to happen. Not in a million years. I mean, they would buy it, but of course they're going to say, "I'll give you gold value." Well, let me take all the half pearls out, and then you can have it for gold. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome, B. This one, let me turn the light down. Georgian jewelry performs in lower lighting. Let me turn the light down. Georgian jewelry loves lower lighting. This is a phenomenal Georgian pendant. Someone said, "Is this court? Is this? Is it?" Oh, I don't go by that. There's little diamonds. They're triangular cut diamonds. I said triangular because they are. They're triangular shaped diamonds. There's little diamonds here. It is silver topped gold. This is a museum piece, and I don't go about this whole book piece, museum piece, timeless, the best of, blah blah blah. No thanks. I've already been there. I've already heard it. This is a museum piece. This one's museum. This one's as good as it gets. Why? The complexity of this with the way it's screwed together for Georgian jewelry. If you look this up in the early jewelry books, these are very difficult to find. This brooch back has been added, so people would judge this and go, "Well, this one's from the 1940s. No, it's about 1640. So it's like 1640, 1650, 1670, 1680. It's not 1700s. So when people start dating these to the 1700s, you're definitely wrong. This has definitely been replaced, and the ribbon would have went through this. Why this is so strange is that it's so complete. You'll normally find this, or this, and you'll never find all the drops. You'll never find all these articulating drops that are inside of these pendants. The way that this is constructed, let's get in and up close and personal. Silver and gold construction, silver and gold all the way through. You have silver topped gold. That is absolutely what you're looking at. I did replace the chain. Why? Because I wanted to. And Mary of Tech did that. I don't know what that means. Sorry. I have no idea. Thanks for being so clear in your instructions. Not the easiest thing to do when some of us No, that's not. Well, thank you. I don't know if that's. I don't know if. See, and then I upset somebody else. Okay. So thank you. I appreciate that. So, emerald, table cut, and really magnificent. Now, some of these are paste stones with green foil. Okay, they're not all emeralds. They're not all emeralds. There are some emeralds, and there's some paste with green foil. That is, in fact, what you're looking at. That is definitely a genuine emerald for sure. These small emeralds, absolutely real. That could be dragoon. No, Gudrun. No, I'm going to say it wrong. Oh, see, I lost it. It's gone. The term is gone. Forget it. I'm never getting it back now. If that's my first stumble in 52 years or 2 years on YouTube, I'll take it. Absolutely phenomenal. The way that this is crafted, definitely someone of major stature, major wealth at the time. This was not a common piece of jewelry. Have no provenance whatsoever. Don't know, didn't care, came from an area scrapper, went in and made a very large purchase. Look at the diamond here. Do you see that little diamond point? See how they built up this mounting? And look at that, it's a triangular diamond. It's an octahedral, natural octahedral, not faceted. And that's exactly what that is. That's a natural diamond. Look how it comes to a point, and the point is up. Triangular cut diamond. And these little guys are just table cuts. One little facet, and then boom, boom, set in the middle. Look how magnificent this is. When I talk about some of the most important pieces in my collection, this one ranks in the top 100. Absolutely top 100. Value, I won't comment. I'll just say I don't want to talk about it. I think you saw enough of that. Maybe you did. I could always bring that back. Let me put that in safekeeping. I had something else I wanted to show you, and I don't know where it went. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know where it went, but I had something else I wanted to show you. It was out on my desk. Oh, I remember. We have a chit chat to do. A little chit chat, a little question and answer session. And then I was going to show you some of the purses that I'm going to sell, some of the antique and vintage purses, because I'm going through my collection of 30 years. And if Boy George can edit, so can I. So I'm going through my collections, and I'm in the edit stage. I don't want to say downsize, because I don't think that's necessarily true. Because I could get into a collection tomorrow, and it could be like 30,000. It'd be like 30,000 pieces of jewelry. Anyways. This is the beautiful, beautiful glass necklace. I'm not going to say popper because I don't think so. What I will say is foiled glass. So these are silver foil underneath that orange punch. And then that beautiful blue gablons. And that's the way I say it. I say gablons glass. I've talked about it before. If you've missed my video on glass jewelry, go over to the glass video. That's all I can say is let it sink in. Like, watch the video, watch it again, watch the video, watch it again, watch the video, watch it again. I would never clean the Georgian necklace, never in a million years. No. Getting water in between that foil or polishing that, absolutely not. Great question, and thank you for asking. Absolutely never. I wouldn't. I have a glass video. Hi, Jack Storms. How are you? There's the world famous Jack Storms, everybody. I did a glass jewelry video on antique and vintage glass jewelry. Can everyone welcome Jack Storms into the chat? He's my friend that made me my pendant. Hold on. Let me get my Jack Storms. Let me show the world I still love my Jack Storms, both the man and the myth and the legend, and who made my Jack Storms necklace. Everybody, stop the presses. Look at Jack Storms just came in. He kicked the door down. Jack Storms made me this. This is when I first met Jack Storms. And then, Jack, am I allowed to show? I'm going to show it anyway. Jack Storms sent me something. He said not to show anyone. Hold on, wait. He said don't show anyone. Hold on. I'm going to do it. Let's see here. I want to get double. Hold on. Is this the box? Oh, wait. Jack Storms. Hold on. He sent me. Where did it go? Oh, here. I'll show this. I'm allowed to show this one. Hold on. No one go anywhere. You got to wait for me. I'll be right back. I do what Jack Storms tells me to do. He commands me and he says, you will do this. And then I go, will I? Here, Jack Storms, here, I can show this one. But then I have something else that he said you can't show anyone that ever. And so, but I want to get in trouble. I like to do things on the opposite side of what Jack tells me to do. No private photos, you promised. Jack, I absolutely love you. Thank you for being my friend. Do you all know Jack Storms in the chat? See, he's a real person. He's not a bot. See, I told you guys, he's my real dude. He's my spiritual brother. Yeah, he sent me a couple glass hunks that were like, quote, so B, this is constructed by the hands of God, which is Jack Storms. This is all cold fused glass. I'm not going to pretend like I know how he does this, but he does not heat the glass. He hand polishes it. This is the dog tag. That's the first thing I bought from him. And he was very kind to me, and now I'm very good friends with him. I need to have him back. Okay, if I see this in the chat, 135 people, you all need to put in the chat Jack Storms, and I'll bring him back on my channel for an interview, and then he can't say no. He can't say no. I mean, he could say no, but then I'm going to stalk him. Jack should have never gave me his cell phone. Hey, Jack, I'm not allowed to show the pictures? I'm just kidding. So, Jack, thank you so much for being my friend. Look, I never kick antique out of my light box. I never kick antique anything out of my light box because I don't like contemporary, but watch what I do. Move over, antique. Move over, sizzling. Here comes bacon. Oh, no. Jack Storms. What? What? On God's green earth. Jack Storms. What happened? So Jack Storms is going to come back on my channel. He has to. Hey, Jack, did you see there's 900? Jack, you shouldn't have come in my chat. Jack Storms, you should have stayed out of my chat. That'll teach you to kick the door down. The stuff Jason and Rick has shown me is amazing. I know, but yeah. Oh, And then you all know I bought that big, huge ball. I bought Jack's big ball. Oh, I did. I bought Jack's giant ball. You know the giant ball. You know the one. So, so Jack, you have to come back on my channel. Jack, will you come back on my channel? You can't stay away. Well, you can. You should. It's your own fault. So it's your own fault for kicking the door down. Look how I signed in under Jack Storms' user ID, and I fooled all of you that he was here. Jack, thank you for stopping in. Jack, come back. Jack, you must come on. See, they love you. Always here for you, brother. Thank you so much, Jack. I adore you. I truly do, and I'm so sorry I didn't answer the other day. But Jack, can I call you tonight? Is that okay? Just put yes or no. If you say no, I'm calling you. So please be careful with what you say in my chat. Thank you all for letting me show you that. Jack, thanks for stopping in and giving me further street cred. Let me see here. What else did I want to show you? There was something else on my mind. Okay, great. There's something else on my mind. I had a diamond to show you. I showed you that. I showed you the aqua beads. Was there something else I was supposed to show you guys? Yeah, absolutely, Mandy. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, please. Jack Storm's interview. Wow. If you missed the first one, please go back and watch it. It's when I had like no subscribers and Jack still came on my channel and I couldn't believe it. I was like starstruck, you know? Now I just think of him as like, Jack Storms. Jack Storms, wah, wah. I'm just kidding. Amazing artist, phenomenal human, someone that I feel very, very close with. Oh, you want to see purses? Okay. More Victorian or purses? Look at you guys go. Okay, sure. Hold on. Let me grab, do you want to see the ones I'm going to sell? We could do the cells. Hold on. Let me bring in the cells then. Well, there's a lot that are too big. There's so many that are too big, if you know what I'm saying. Like, this one's just too big. This is way too big. So this is like a huge, it's way too big. Okay, so here, let's take a look at some of these. This blue one is epic, but it's epic. So this one's going to be a sell. And beaded, absolutely beautiful. I'm so sorry, like I can't go out. See, I should have shown these like camera up, you know. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. There, a little bit. Here is the scarab bag that I'm going to do. These are cut steel. These are absolutely beautiful. Cut steel. Absolutely love this. That was so epic that Jack Storms, he is sneaky. I didn't even know. Like, honestly, that's epic. That was awesome. I'm sure I'm going to have to pay him for the guest appearance. This is needlepoint and fantastic. Look at the jeweled frame. Art Deco. It's such an honor to know him. It really is an honor to know him. He's just awesome. Ninja. Ninja. Do you guys know his sense of humor is so wicked? He just called himself a ninja. Not with the arms of Popeye, my friend. You have no neck and the arms of Popeye. You're no ninja. Ninjas are like agile. You would just fall on your face. So I'm sure he's not going to answer now for sure. Yeah, for sure. He's gone. That's it. I see the number go down. Jack left. He's out. He's like, okay, I'm going to go somewhere else where I'm welcome and not verbally accosted. Um, Check this out for needlepoint. Really fantastic work. Very well done. Harsh Patrol. So, oh my gosh, I just adore him. And then look at the jeweled frame. Would you all like me to bring more Jack pieces on for sale as well? Because we sold, I think, what, two necklaces? Tess bought one, and did Kim Cooper buy one, you guys? But then, like, people go to his website now. But I think, would you like me to bring more of his work on to sell? Oh, Jack Storm's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sold so far. Hey, Jack, I got 6 more sold. What's my commission? Okay, yeah, all right. All right, I'll do it. All right, I'll do it. Oh, you want more? All right, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll bring more on. Okay. That's hilarious. Beautifully constructed. And look at the way that this is crafted. All completely hand beaded. Cut steel again. And look at the jeweled frame. Magnificence on the inside. This has been in my collection for a really long time. And I mean a very, very long time. It goes cobalt into metallic and then into like sky blue. Really fantastic construction on this. And look at the oxidation on the handle, but all the beads are there. A very rare survivor. Very, very, very rare survivor. And I've been in my collection for probably 20 or 30 years. So that one's coming up for sale. This one is, I don't do the needlepoint bags very frequently, so I only ever had 2 in my collection. And this is the second of the 2. And I never liked these lovers or kind of that bucolic landscape, you know, the very French style. It wasn't really my jam. But what I did like is I liked the detail of the hat, the folds of the fabric, the gesture of the hands, the sheep that are here. I really like the finish of the light and shadow. I think that the dimension of that hand stitching was magnificent. And can you imagine how long that would have taken to construct? And these are needlepoint. This is not fabric. I have the fabric versions, and I can bring those on. But look at how beautiful this is of that landscape. That's serene. And I said bucolic, but you know what I'm getting at. Very, very much so that the genre landscape of everyday life, you know, per se, the cottage, the trees, the landscape, you know what I'm saying, you know. So the garnet, are these garnet jewelry marked with the hallmark? Sometimes, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I did a garnet video, so please go over to it. Oh, and I liked the swans, that very French, the urns, and then the figural swans here. What detail, and how beautiful the artistry is. Push down and release. And I always tried to make sure that they were in exceptional condition. And I always push down to close. So just a little key factor of don't wear out that mechanism right there. That's not cool to like snap it in because you'll break this off over here. So I push down to put it back together. See how ginger and gentle I can be. The pull ring of that laurel wreath, very, very well done. Exceptional detail. Very, very good condition. Very hard to find. Again, Victorian slash, 1900, 1890, 1900. Beautiful beaded bags. I have three of these, and this is the one I'm willing. Let me get this out of the way. I'm willing to sell some of these. Now, I was very particular in this portion of the fashion collection. I wanted to buy the best I could afford, and I love the jeweled mechanism here. I loved the filigree frame. I really liked the chain handle, but look at the festoons of the beads. How these are all then hand beaded in amber. Very impressive purse and all complete. There are no missing beads here. Very, very, very complete. And you push this down and you open this up and check that out. Look at the inside with all that passementerie trim. Very, very well done. I push down to close. Even the jeweled clasp that's on the front of this. And just as beautiful on the back as on the front. It is fully lined and it does have the original chain handle. I just really liked the elegance and the classiness of this. Again, all glass beads. And when it's up or being used, look how they festoon down. How these all, they're very I don't know how to say. I'm at a loss for words tonight. Incredibly well crafted, completely hand crocheted, very much so. Festoons, of beads. Yes, I've restored beaded bags for a very long time. I think I showed you. Some of you might remember. Let me show you. Let me show you some of this. And I'm so sorry to be so distracted. Eventually, I have 14 of these. These are Mandelian. That's the way I pronounce it. Mandelian mesh bags. Now, this just got taken off the wall, so this won't be like right away for sale, but these are coming to sell. I've shown you that I restore the fringe on these. You've all seen me do the restorations. I have donor bags. Once again, I have bags that are beaten to hell, and the mesh is all mangled, beyond mangled. And then you've seen me restore the mesh. Like I take the squares apart, I pass them through the jump rings with my needle nose pliers, and as a silversmith, I'm used to very, very small pieces. You've seen me restore these. I've done it in live videos. You go, hey, can you show us how to do a restoration? And I do it. You've seen it. This fringe was, a lot of this was missing. Like this piece was missing, and this was missing, and this was missing. There was like an undulation that wasn't even. These are always like this. So if you find these, you can get the donor chains. And I have a bag full of donor chains, but I have a bag full of donor chains. And then what's wonderful about these is these are Mandelian. That's the way I pronounce it. These are usually signed Mandelian. And beautiful construction. These are not sterling silver, but I have a collection of sterling silver bags. Where these suffer the most is in that I call it the armpit area. Where it suffers the most is in the armpit area. That's in really good condition for where it normally suffers. Where that normally is really ripped out of there, and then you have to go in and you have to do all the restoration. Please don't close the chain into here, because a lot of times you see that the chain is on opposite sides for balance. Please don't, when you go to close these, go snap that shut. You're going to break your frame. See what I'm saying? So please take your chain out, lay the chain on the side, be very ginger and gentle, and snap it shut like that. Keep your chain out of there. That's just the best way to do it. Let me take my ring off and show you some of the most fantastic fringe on some of these. Beautifully constructed for a 1920s, 1930s. Beautiful construction, and all the fringe is there. All the fringes there. Very, very soft to the touch. That one will definitely be for sale. Let me show you another one that I had to restore. Over half the fringe was missing off of this one. This was one of my favorites for color combination. So yeah, this will be a little bit more difficult to sell, but color combination was one of my favorites. This one's also Mandelian. I do have, if you want to see all 14 of them, I can continue to bring them over to the box. No problem. I'm taking these off the kitchen walls. What else would you have on your kitchen walls but gorgeous bags? So that's, just the way it goes. I really like the pink and the orange and the black and that kind of almost like wallpaper of floral. Very, very unusual color combination. And I was a stickler for phenomenal paint on that's just painted on the mesh. And I was a stickler to make sure that they were in really good condition. Why would I want one that was average? The world was filled with average ones. I wanted exceptional. This one's Mendelian as well. Let me go hang that one back up. And thank you so much for allowing me to show you some of these. And again, the other purses are, I'm just going to tell you now, the other purses are far too large to bring into the light box. But let me show you a few more of the ones that are hanging up. Now this one will be a little bit more of a tricky sell for me because this one's been with me the longest. Where I've started my collections, I think any collector may have an affection for their earliest pieces. When you were lucky enough or saved up enough money to acquire some of these excessive pieces, those are kind of the things that stick with you. And what I liked about this is I really liked the simplicity of the black and white, very streamlined for Art Deco. You cannot say that that is not Art Deco. Someone cannot come in and go, oh, that's not Art Deco. Oh, yeah, this is quintessential Art Deco. Absolutely. 1920s, 1930s. Bold geometry, almost machine age or heavy handed. I've often said that I feel that Deco is sometimes clumsy, and then someone comes in and goes, I love Art Deco. And I said, so do I. That's why I have this. But I do say that sometimes Art Deco can be clumsy. It can be clinical, it can be cold, it can be distant. Deco was one of my least favorite. It was one of my least favorite of the time periods. But this one, being with me one of the longest, I have an affection towards this bag. And I liked that it didn't have the fancy fringe. It made sense. That beautiful and bold border at the bottom made sense. And look how fabric-like these are. Very soft, very silky. That's all metal, all enameled metal. Let me hang that one back up and get that back into its place. Am I boring any of you? Would you like me to stop and not do any more mesh bags? Let me dust this one off. Wait till you see how dusty. Look at the top of this one. It's so dusty. It's been hanging on the wall for 15 years. And then people go, well, he can't possibly have all this stuff. Yeah, I most certainly can. Yeah, I most certainly can. Do you guys want me to not? Do you want me to stop? Do you want me to say that that's enough? I've never shown you any of these. This is the pearlized finish. One of the harder ones to find. It's an oversized bag as well. This is Mandelian and it has all the, I don't want to say which shape because YouTube might like flag it, but it's got like these kind of, elongated dangles, very beautifully done. The mesh on this one is exceptional because it's that pearlized finish and it does have the lining on the inside. So the reason why this isn't laying down correctly is because it's got its lining on the inside and that's an enameled frame as well. Want to see retro jewelry, please? Well, not tonight. You'll have to wait for that one. See how the lining's in here? Satin, gorgeous. Very beautifully done. That the original lining is there. Let me make sure I didn't close the chain in here. Yeah, I almost did. I almost did what I told you not to do. Let me make sure. And then sometimes the top jump rings get closed in there. There we go. So, I don't know. Should I stop? But do you see the pearlized finish on there? So, like, if I go to sell these, I'm going to have to sell. I don't clean them. I would have to sell, I'd have to sell. See, I don't clean them. See how that's got like the little schmutz on it? I don't clean it. There's no reason to clean it. But do you see what I'm saying? If you clean it, you're going to take all the paint off of it. I have to go to sleep. Good night. Really getting the show of a lifetime. Oh, thank you. I don't know about that. I feel like I'm doing not something great. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels over here because I don't know if people actually care about this. I don't know. Let me grab on this side. Oh, and I have this large one was for sale, but see, I can't. Well, here, let me see if I can take this out of here. So, all right. We're missing some fringe on the one end, but this is one of the, they call this like the carpet bag, meaning not like a carpet bag, like, like the bags made out of carpet in the 60s, but this is made to look like an oriental carpet sometimes. Okay. And so, you're having a great tour? Okay. Never wanted another purse until tonight. There's a lady who restores vintage dresses. She would love them. I care. Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you guys. Sometimes I don't know if like I'm doing the right thing or I'm not. See how it's missing some fringe down here? It's missing a little bit of beads here, but look at how this is exceptional. Look at the colors. These are all glass. That's completely all hand done. And faux sapphires, you know how the whatnot sellers go, oh, these are genuine sapphire. No, they're not. They're glass. They're cabochons, but they're synthetic. Lining is totally shot. But I didn't care about the lining on this one. Uh, and then look at this. Can you see how fabulous? And do you see how big? So it doesn't go in the whole light box, but it's a massive baby. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's gonna have to be sold. It's gonna have to get out of the collection. Someone has a little bit of restoration to do on their hands, but the rest of the fringe is perfect. You guess you could take the fringe off. You could do whatever you want with it. But oh, I must kick over my whole container of jewelry because I'm not watching what I'm doing in the background. I have 10 more minutes and I'm gonna go. I just decided executive decision. Jason has some self-care to do. Let me take this one down and show you this one. This is going to be a dusty mess. Here, let me show you the dust again. Watch, I collect dust and dirt. Ew, look. Do you want me to dust it off in the light box? Even my brush is dusty and disgusting. Oh my God, is that bad? Wow, that's really bad. Let me wipe this out. Tons of dust, tons of dirt. I'm Pigpen. I'm virtual Pigpen. That's the way I am. Okay, check this out. Look at the mesh on this one. And why I liked the jeweled frame is I liked everything about this bag. I liked the silver bags. I've shown you like 9,000 of my silver bags. Sure. Go over to the silver purse video or one of the lives that I did, and I showed you like I have like a ton of sterling purses. I don't know. And then do you guys remember in that one live? Can you all put in the chat the silver purses that were behind me? There's like 50 of them. I probably have like 50 pounds of silver purses. I'll do a video. I'll just dedicate a whole video to it. And mesh and fabulous. And this one's sterling. This one's phenomenal for a sterling silver purse. Let's move this one out of the way. Let's move. This is one of my sterling purses. One of the best. Well, no, I take that back. Let me go get another sterling purse. You ask, you shall receive. Hold on. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I hope everyone's having a good time. I hope I didn't disappoint anyone. I hope you're having a good time with me. I hope you love it. I hope you're having a good time. Let me just grab some randoms. These are the ones that were hanging up. These are solid sterling silver, and they're many, many, many troy ounces. These are like many troy ounces. Okay, so this one's sterling silver. Let's do this one at a time. Hold on. I'm going to start ruining things, and then I am going to get upset with myself. Okay, now I have 700 sterling purses in my hands. Oh boy, here we go. This is going to be a wreck. Oh, I'm going to ruin something. I'm going to be really pissed off at myself. All right, here we go. So here is the bangle. Here's the bangle of the bracelet, and then here is the purse. And look at the little charms. This is all sterling silver. This is not silver plated. This is all solid sterling, and it's made to look like Irish crochet. One of the most gorgeous, gorgeous bags, and that zips down. This little Chinese lantern zips down, or Japanese lantern zips down, and then holds this bag together. This is like a phenomenal bag. I would never in a million years sell that one. That was gifted to me by a vendor. He's like a brother to me in the business, and he knew I wanted it, and it was like, $400 in silver. And I said, okay, I'll take it. And then he just gave it to me, and I said, I don't know what you're doing, so I won't sell that one. Okay, let me hang this one back up. So that's the very fine mesh one. And do you see that the glass jewels, the half round cabochons, are all set deco? Art Deco at its finest. And look at the fineness of the bag, that's in such beautiful condition. And that's just painted on. That's not fired on enamel. Oh, thank you. No, you're exactly right. My nails are not painted. You're brilliant. Let's see here. So we've got this one is now down and done. And then these. So let me show you the silver version. Someone had asked for silver. I have like 900 more pounds of them somewhere. This one is enamel. And look at the way that this is constructed. One of the most gorgeous of the silver bags. What's exceptional about this one is the fineness of the silver, and then this cobweb design or spider web design in the corners. This onyx jewel, the onyx pull, and this electric cobalt handle that's all enamel that's chipped. It's all chipped up, but I don't care about this. Like they go, well, this is all chipped. Well, if you were enamel, you would be chipped as well. Absolutely. The fineness of the mesh on this is exceptional. Look at the end that looks like Irish crochet. That's all silver work. Every little bead, every little thing is there. Look at how fine and fabric this is. This is like the finest of silk. Look how that just is like, it feels like the finest fabric in the world. That is all solid sterling silver. Look at that edge. That all of that is still like that. It's insanity when you think about the craft that it took to put that together. No machine produced that. And then here's the pull. This is very unusual to have the pull mimic the design here. And then look at that original onyx drop. And then you have to rock this back. Let me make sure I do it right. Rock this back to open this up and look at the inside. The inside is just as gorgeous as the outside. Solid sterling silver, absolutely not United States, absolutely not continental, not made in the US, absolutely not. Great question. Look at how the production of, let me make sure this is closed, and it's not. Give me one moment. I always make sure that I put this back right. Hold on. Give me one moment. There we go. We're all locked up now. All right. Onyx on the top there. Look at the way that that handle, you put your hand through it, and it's the most stunning of bags. When this lady walked in, they knew she was first class. They knew she was absolutely first class. She didn't need to say she had money. They knew she had money. Absolutely amazing. That's one of the silver ones. Let me show you one of another 900 silver purses. Oh, these are some of my favorites, and I've shown you this one before, but someone had asked, they hadn't been here before, and that's perfectly fine. Let me zoom out on this one. This is 800 silver. This is, I believe this is Austrian for origin. Again, all the fringe is there, so it looks like some of the fringe is missing. It's not, I can promise you. It's all there. All the fringe is there. Look at the tassels, how these free swinging tassels in that secondary layer. And then this is the magical part. Watch how this opens. Watch how ingenious this is. The kiss lock, and then look, boom. It opens the frame so you can get your hand in there. Look how big this bag is, and that all of the jump rings are there. When I talk about exceptional, I probably paid for this one alone 400, 500, 600, 800, don't care, didn't know, didn't matter to me. These are signed very inconspicuously. Let me find it. Here we go. So a lot of times they're not signed here, but right here is all the silver marks. I think, is this one German or Austrian? Hold on. I don't remember origin. I probably misspoke, and then someone's going to correct me, and I'm going to get pissed off. Give me a moment. I don't know where my loop is. I don't care where it's at. This is not American either. Absolutely stunning construction, and I hope you love it because I do love this one. Okay. Yeah, I think that's Doris's channel. Is that the lady's name? Doris? I used to watch her like a long time ago. The Way We Wore channel. Yeah, she's Doris, I think. I don't know. I don't think she knows about me, but I knew about her. I think it's Doris, isn't she? Did like some auction thing too, like an auction preview one time. I used to watch her, but I don't watch YouTube anymore. It gets me into trouble. But I know she probably doesn't know I exist, and that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. This one is what's its face. This is solid sterling silver. I didn't mind the oxidation on this. Some people would say, well, that's awfully dirty and tarnished. It sure is. Do I think that adds to its charm? I sure do. Boy, I needed that sip. Beautifully constructed in solid sterling. Let me give you a weight. So in silver alone, at the pawns now, it's $4 a gram for sterling. This is 283.7 grams. So this would be 283 times, let's just say $3 a gram, which is too low. Just in silver alone, this is 283 times 3. The brain's not going to do it. Is that shy of $900? It's 8 something, $800 in silver. I don't know. Does it matter? It doesn't. Kiss lock again. Beautiful glass cabochons that are not genuine sapphire. This one is signed right here. There's your silver hallmark. So many of these are German silver. I don't collect the German silver ones. I gave all those up. I had German silver ones through my whole collection. Do you see the size of this bag? Very, very large for a sterling silver mesh purse. Extremely large version. Very, very robust handle in solid silver. Look at the way that handle, can you imagine a necklace made out of that? That chain would just be fabulous. And look at the frame, how the frame is constructed with that beautiful French styling. And I love that very delicate little, what do I say? I don't even know. And it's a giant bag. It's a monstrously large bag. All right, there's that one. And then there's this one. I guess I could go get the box of them, but we'd be here until... Do you guys want a video on my silver purses? Do you really want a video on my silver purses? Because I could go on for 4 more hours if you... Not tonight, but do you want a video on sterling purses? Because the box is probably... I'm not kidding. It's probably 90 pounds of silver. I'm not joking. You know what I'll do is I'll just... bring on the purses, I'll put them on the scale, and I'll say 90 pounds of sterling silver purses, and everyone will go, I can't stand that bitch. And I'd say, you know what? If you were doing it for 30 years, I would respect you for having 90 pounds of sterling purses. When you get a chance, if you could do a video on the type of metal material jewelry, that'd be epic. I don't know what that means. Thank you. Love a video. You would love it? Yes, a whole video on silver purses. Okay, all right, I'm going to do it. This one is absolutely gorgeous. You can see that this is all complete with all of the spheres and all of the orbs. And look at that almost crocheted lace border. And look how they mimicked that on this like applied little, is it a lappet? I don't know what that would be considered. But it's a secondary layer that they really didn't need to do. Solid sterling silver on this one. Magnificent handle. Back in the day, I was buying these for $15 and $20 a piece. No lie, $15 to $20 a piece. Now they're... I can't touch this one for less than 500. I wouldn't be able to get this one for less than 500. And that's just being truthful, not because I own it. But did you see that both sides are done the same way? And that all that little kind of Irish crochet in the chainmail is all there. One little missing link right there. I forgive it. But did you see that that's double-sided? Did you see, like, why would they have done that? LA Rock Stars would love your collection. Who's that? I don't even know who these people are. They don't know me, and that's okay. The mesh material used in purses is sterling. The mesh material used in purses is sterling. If that applies to jewelry, we'd love to see the pieces you have. Huh? I still don't understand. It's like I'm speaking a different language tonight. The mesh material used in purses is sterling. Yes. If that applies to jewelry, we'd love to see the pieces you have. Okay. And so how this is constructed is amazing. Amazing. Phenomenal. I don't think I've shown this one on my channel either, but solid sterling. And let me see the marks on this one, because then people are going to say, well, these are German silver. He doesn't know the difference. But none of you would say that have been here forever. Give me a moment. Oh, here we go. All right. Inconspicuous. I misspoke. This is 800 silver. 800 silver. So you're going to look in here all the time, and you're going to look in here all the time. I also recommend closing the bags, not with the chain inside of them. Look on the edge here for hallmarks, okay? It's not there. Guess where it is? Boom. Right there. Boom, boom. Yep, let me take a look. I gotta go get my loop. I think that's 800 silver. And then I'm gonna call it. I have 4 more I want to show you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm at my limit. I am at my limit today. Let me see here. Okay, that's the maker's mark. Give me a moment. Boom. Okay, so here's the maker's mark of this gorgeous purse. Boom, boom. There's the initials. Hello there. I don't know who you are, but you were 100 years ago. And here's the 800 silver mark right there. Let me get in on that for you. And let's do this. Let's say, boom, 800, 800, 800 silver. Oh, boy, oh boy. I said Doris, didn't I? I have a parrot in the chat. Doris Raymond. Didn't I say Doris? I think I said Doris. I do believe I said Doris. Doris, Doris. You can see a ton of his silver jewelry if you watch his videos. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Unbelievable in terms of, it's just unbelievable. Well, I'm going to go for the night. I am exhausted. I am spent. I had a wonderful time with all of you. And I do need to go, I do need to go and call Mama Mary. I'm a little late calling her. And I so appreciate you all for tuning in tonight. You've been an epic crowd. Never thought I'd show that many sterling purses. But we have another, probably 200 to go, I guess. If you watch one of my other lives, you'll see purses behind me. There's probably about 50 or 60 that are hanging up behind me. Those are all sterling silver in past live videos. So if you want to see more sterling purses, you gotta go over to the other lives. I never repeat content. I won't do it. It's not going to happen. You'll probably never see any of these again. But what I'll do is I'll do a sterling silver purse video. I'll put them on a scale. And then you'll be like, oh, he does have 90 pounds of silver purses. I probably have more than 90 pounds of sterling purses. I'll say that. Been at it a long time. They've been one of my favorites in terms of fashion. And I do have an Art Deco purse collection. You've seen the canister one, the yellow and black one that's all celluloid. Thank you so much, Gisela, for saying that. From the beginning, Jason shared all of his treasures. So gracious. You're welcome. I hope it was fun for everyone. I got nippy, but I'm tired. Thank you, Jason. Wonderful video. Have a good weekend. You're new. You enjoyed it. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I didn't chase you away. I sounded frustrated because, oh boy. What do I say? I'm tired. Thank you so much. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I did another live feed earlier. I'm just really, really tired. And I don't have a sale on Tuesday, and I'm probably not coming on live on Tuesday. But I might come on live tomorrow. Let me go put all my purses back. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned to the Bully Run sales. We are not going to be on Tuesday night, but we are most certainly coming on strong next week. And you should see some of the videos I have lined up. I dropped a video today, a long feed. It's not getting a lot of views. Tisk, tisk, tisk. It's not getting a lot of views, and it really should be. So race on over to my videos, and you got to watch my junks in the trunks. Take good care of yourselves. I love you so much. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Night, night.